The last class recording was okay for you all, right? Did you all manage to take a look at the recordings, MS Teams? So, okay, let's see, what did we do last week? Okay, just a gentle reminder. So we are in week 4. Week 7, we'll have a quiz. Okay, so whatever we cover in week 1 to 6, we will do a revision on week 7. So don't worry, I think this is because this is new. I plan to take it extremely slow today because it looks like I don't want anyone of you to be left behind. Okay, so today will be snail space, lower than the snail. Huh? Sorry, go back 9 o'clock. No. Yes. 10. Okay, so where is my I okay. So let's see, what did we do last week? We didn't do beam systems. We didn't do at all, or we covered a little bit. Beam. We did, right? Minimum. Okay. Okay, so we will start from the beam systems today then. So here's what we are going to do today. Steel framing, we will continue. Then we will do a little bit on the beam systems. This one is from the last class, so we must finish this. Then next we will do a little bit on the floors and slabs. This one will include things like adding concrete floor. Okay. Yep. Then maybe some modifications. Right. Then if time is there, we will start reinforcement. Means adding rebar. Okay. I think these are a few things that we will do today. All right. Adding rebar. All right, so these are a few topics that we will cover today. So as usual, let's see, where's my files are still available here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to open. So you guys can follow along if you have not already opened the thing. Okay, before we proceed, anybody has any questions from the past two lessons that we have covered? So we have covered a few topics. We have linked up the architectural model. Okay, remember, this is the first step that we did. I gave you the architectural model, and then you all brought in that architectural model inside a structural template that you used from Revit default library. Then you all created levels and grid lines and used to copy monitor. You used copy monitor to match up the levels inside the architectural model to the structural levels that you created. Right, then we did some modifications, some setups inside the view templates. Remember, rings a bell? Remember the coordination view, the disciplines, all those things inside the view templates that you all created. Remember, right? Okay. Then you added grids and columns. So column schedule was what we couldn't cover. So I think we did it last week. Yeah. So steel columns is what we are using in our project. Then last week we covered foundation walls and did some footings. For columns, you all added your piers and isolated footings as well. And then you all did elevator shaft. Just a shaft, just an opening. Okay, nothing much on the shaft yet. All right, this is what we are going to do today. So you can go to open and open the models that you may have saved after the end of last week. Oh, sorry. I think I need to open Revit 2022. You were not there, right? Last week. Yeah. Do you need the model, or how will you carry on? If you have a thumb drive, you can copy my model. One. No problem. Okay, so I'll just, this is where we left off at week number 3. Okay, so okay, so maybe for his benefit, maybe you open Revit 2022 and you do a few steps first. Let me know once your Revit is open. Ready? let me know. Sorry, how do I address you?
Eric.
Eric. Okay, Eric, let me know once you're ready.
Sorry.
Huh? Open already, then you go to open and click on the week 03, the model that I gave to you, the structural model, not the architectural one. And you click on open. Got it so far?
Yeah.
Maybe you can help him. Get the thumb drive from him. Get from Eric.
Where? So I have architect CS01 before I
Yes, so
architectural one or
wait, let's do it again. So go to open, find the model, open this CS01, week 03. Click on open. I hope you don't receive any error message. If you do, all right, okay, good. And you just go to your manage tab. Manage is here. Okay, hold on. Yeah. And please go to this command called manage links. Okay, and you should see that your architectural is loaded here. Loaded? Okay, good. Then you don't need to do anything. All right. Yeah, maybe you want to pass the model to him.
sure.
Leave it on your desktop and then pass. Okay, so looks like we added the beams already last time. Didn't catch up. Huh? Only the exterior. Interior couldn't. Okay. Right, since we didn't do, I have deleted all the beams. Right. So let's start. What is this? That's the okay. So what I need you to do, please go to your structural level 2. Inside your project browser, you will find structural level 2. For you, Eric, it's drawn already. So just observe on the screen. Then I will let you know where you start again. For the moment, just see what's going on. Yeah. And for you as well, Mark, Brian, Dane. Mark is that the one, right? Okay, so please go to structural level 2. Everyone, those who have not drawn your external beams. What beam size did we choose last time? You all remember? Huh? 356 by 171. This one? Correct, right? 356 171. Okay. So once you have it, if you want to see annotation inside your model, what I would suggest is you can turn on this thing called tag on placement. So I'll show you first. Don't click anything. Let's say I want to draw a beam here, right? I'm drawing from my level 2. Okay, let's say I just randomly draw a beam. You don't draw first. And beam should always be between the columns. So I'll select the center point of this column to the center point of this column. Okay. So as you see, the beam is drawn over here already, right? But there's no annotation. You can't see on the structural floor plan clearly. I mean, it's still there, but you are not able to see clearly where the beam is, right? So to make it visible, the best way would be to select on beam, tag on placement, and select the midpoint here to midpoint 1, and you can see that the UB356 is the beam size and beam annotation already mentioned over here. Okay, so let's do it together again. So what I will need you to do, go to structure tab, please, and click on this command called structural framing beam and choose tag on placement. Make sure it's highlighted as blue. For Eric, for your info, we can choose various different types of beam dimensions. So when you click on, let's say you selected on beam, right? This is on the command on the structure tab. If you click on this drop down, you can see that there are different beam sizes which are available over here. If you don't like any one of them, there are still other ways, which I think I showed last time. So maybe watch a video on how you can modify some of these dimensions to get the beam of the dimension that you require. Okay, so there are ways to do that. All right, next, zoom in a little bit and find the column on the top left side of your structural level 2 floor plan. When you find the column on the top left and you go to the center of it, a triangle will appear. Okay, Justin? So once the triangle appears, one left mouse click to make sure that the beam has started. Then zoom out a little bit and zoom into the column on the right hand side. And when you go to the center point of the adjacent column, you will see that a triangle appears again, and you can just left click one time and your beam will happen already. Okay. Then what you can do is you can continue modeling. Remember last time, this is where you all, I think, fell a little bit behind. So what you need to do now, just use this center point of the column where you left the last beam, and one left mouse click, go to the next beam and continue creating it like that. Got it? So one here, midpoint to midpoint. Okay. Now, I think I mentioned last time that over here you see the dimensions are different, right? Over here, the beam sizes could be a little larger because the grid lines are spaced too far apart, or columns are spaced too far apart. But over here, the columns are relatively nearer. So you probably could do away with a smaller beam size. Okay. So how you reduce the size of the beam? So just now we have 356 by 171. You don't need to do anything. Just come over to this drop down over here and choose a smaller beam size. What was the smaller beam size? Anyone remember? Yes? 305. 305. Okay. I don't know. You said 305. Okay, so you can come to the drop down and select a smaller beam size and continue clicking. Now you have done the smaller beam here. You can go back and choose the larger beam, then start modeling again from the center point to the center point. Okay, just model on one side first, on the top side, before you move ahead. I want to show you how to do it faster. Just model on this side, then you escape and you come out of the command. Okay, and make sure that your tags are available. Tags, sorry. 250. Okay, so what can happen is I can just select this beam. Just this one single beam I can select. Is the beam? No. The beam? No. Okay, this is supposed to be the beam, right? So just observe. So once I selected that beam, this is already smaller, right? Once I selected that beam, I can make it even smaller. I can come to just this drop down and 254. Only this beam that I selected will be shortened. Okay. Right. So that's how we work fast in Revit in any BIM software. Sorry, sometime. Did you? Uh-huh. Can be. Just model your beam only on this side first. Guys, hello? Just model your beam only on this side first. Ready? Ready for the next step? Okay. So this one you don't do, I just do for him. I have done this. So you have selected on this beam. Oh, sorry, double beam. Okay, this one is he asked a question, so answering his question first. Very challenging to beam. You need to go to annotation is where annotate and tag all tag by tag by beam. Now I draw disappear again. Sorry, Anna, 1 second. Okay, so it can be something like that. See, can be something like that. So you need to go to no need, no need. You can do from your floor plan as well. So from your floor plan, you can go to your beam. Let's say I'm just modeling a beam just for reference, huh? Okay, so this is the beam that has been modeled. So if you want to select the beam, sometimes it might not be visible also, right? So you can just drag your mouse something like this from left click, and you can drag something like this and your beam will be selected. Okay. But in addition to beam, sometimes multiple other objects could also get selected accidentally. So you need to click on this filter and uncheck any other item that you don't want. So you just want to select your structural framing, which is the beam. Okay. Once you click on this and click apply and okay, only your beam will be selected. Once your beam is selected, you can go to this tab called annotate. And there are multiple ways to do the tagging. You can also use beam tag, space tag, tag by category. Okay, so if you bring your, that's the follow curve. Yeah, so you need to just hover your mouse over somewhere near the beam in order for it to be recognized, and then it will tag it. Like for example, over here, I'm selecting on the column. So it's getting recognized, and the column for our case was hollow steel, right? Hollow core steel, right? Hollow steel section, sorry, HSS, right? Annotate and find the beam. Just hover your mouse on top of the beam and it will be able to. Sorry. Tag on placement. Tag by category. Yeah. Select the beam. Just select the beam that you may have modeled. Yep, yep. Yeah, hover over your beam. And once you hover, you should be able to see the beam. I mean the what's that called? Tag. Right. Yep. See, did you manage to get it? Did you manage to get it? Trying to hovering. Okay, come. Settings for your like your right, can do it down to our last time. First, I just can first if you try and change anything from over here, right, all be hidden. Because remember last time we selected our view template and set everything accordingly. Okay, so it got standardized. Now we for the moment settings. View template will help you change the way in which you want wireframe. Then let me just now you can see the beam. Hover your mouse, you can tap the beam. Okay, got it. Anybody else with a beam? Okay, you follow me. So that it's recorded on the thing as well. Let's go back. All right, so we are, for some of us, this would be the screen that we are seeing, right? And even if we draw a beam, it probably might not be visible because of the view template settings that we set last time. So for those who are here, follow along. What I need you to do first is on your structural level 2, scroll down inside your properties dialog box and select the view template as none. So I do again. In your properties dialog box, under this command called view template, click the button here. This one, view template, click the button here and select none. For your case, for the moment, it will be selected as coordination view floor plan, right? So change it back to none. Okay, once you do that, click on apply and click on OK. Got it so far? All right. Then in your level 2 floor plan, all the way at the bottom, you will see this cube, little cube over here called visual style. Yeah. So click on that and from hidden line, change it to wireframe. Now you can see a lot more than what you were able to see previously. Okay. Now, let's say if I draw a beam, I don't think I have a beam here. This is what wall, right? Okay, so let's say I draw a beam. This is my beam and I forgot to turn on tag on placement, right? So I'll just select this beam and I will draw from the center point of this column here to the center point of this column here, right? And as you can see, there is no tag. So what I need to do is I need to go to annotate and I need to click on tag by category. That's it. And I just need to hover my mouse on top of this beam and the tag will be placed. Okay. That's how easily we are able to tag the beam. Okay, but I'm going to delete this because I want to show you a faster way to draw the beams. Okay, ready? Not ready? Yeah, why? What happened? Yeah, just need to change that to coordination view back again. But don't change it for us. Okay. Can I move on? All right. Now that we have drawn our beams on just one side, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select all these beams using the left mouse click and the control button of the keyboard. So I'm just selecting all these beams together. Control and click, select all these beams. You can also control and click to select the tags as well. Select the tags and select the beam. Make sure only the beams and the tags are selected. Once that's done, it should be highlighted as blue. Control and left mouse click is the same way you select everywhere. It's one rule. Yeah, so that's why I mentioned earlier that only draw the beams on this one row first, because I want to show you how to draw it fast everywhere. So that's why I'm drawing it. I mean, for those who have drawn it, those who have my model from last week, you don't need to do much. Just see what's going on. For those who have drawn also, don't do anything. For those who are doing it right now, just follow my steps. Okay, selected. Everyone here? Mark? Justin? You know what would have happened? Probably you would have drawn the beam all along. Instead of drawing from this color to that color, there could be a possibility that as you can see, yes, all the way from here. That's why it's not happening because you already have the column here, and then you have one more beam. Like what I said, all these beams come with the select all these beams, select all the beams on the top row. Control and left mouse click. Okay, so after selecting, what I need you to do in your modify tab, you will find this command called copy. Okay, please select copy after you have selected your beams and your annotation. Once you click on copy, click on this multiple, make sure that it's tick. There's a tick mark over here on multiple here, this one. Okay, on multiple, everyone, make sure there's a tick mark. Okay, now you want to copy your beam and your tag from here to here. Okay, so what's Revit asking? What Revit is asking you to do is click to enter start point. So your start point is you want to start copying from here, which is the center point of this beam, to the center point of this column here. And as you can see on the 3D, the beam has started to copy already. So you can continue doing that all in this direction. So find the center point of this one and click. Again, find the center point of this one and click. And again, zoom out a little bit, find the center point and click. Center point, click. Finally, you'll reach here and click. So your beams will all be drawn in the horizontal direction quickly. Okay, to get out of the command, you can just escape multiple times or click on modify and you will be out of the command. Got it so far? Yes? Yeah, so you'll have to repeat it again. Okay, got it? Today, anyone online? Oh, these two people still online. Yes, two. Two, right? How do I address you? Sorry? Once you have selected all these beams. Like you already have beams. So you don't, I think last class you were able to draw the beams. So I think okay, now that you know how to draw the beam in this direction, which is, let's say this is the X direction here. Do you all think you can draw the beam in this direction and copy from one grid to another grid? Possible? Please try it. Please. Yeah, and anybody has any questions, just raise your hands. So what I need you guys to do, listen, I need you guys to draw the beam in the horizontal, this Y direction, okay, and copy from each and every grid line. Get what I mean? Just now you draw the grid in horizontal direction like this, and then you copy from here to here to here to here like that, right? Now I want you to draw the beam in this direction on all the columns on this Y side, let's say Y direction. Then copy from this grid to this grid to this one to this one to this one to this one to end. Okay, please do that. This is an exercise which will help you to understand. Yes, you please continue, Justin. So draw the beam, you can just go to beam. Yes, it will draw double beam, two times up, double times up. It will give you error. How to resolve? It will give you error. Yep, error. Yeah. Try selecting a smaller beam size as well. Guys, please try, because if you try, only then you will understand. Sorry? Beam size is 356, right? Yep, up to you. 356. Smaller beam you can select as 254 as well for the grid lines which are very closely spaced. Huh? Okay, let's see. So let's say I have a beam here, right? Yes. And I draw the beam. No, 2 times should happen already. Yeah, should happen already. 2 times should happen already. Okay, I think I forgot to include the tags. Please, guys, don't forget to include the tags in your beam placement. I mean, if the tag is something like this and you want to move the tag a little closer to the beam, so once you click on the tag, you can click on this move button and move closer, something like that. If you want, up to you. Yeah, not that necessary. So you can move something like that. Okay. Select multiple tags. Okay.
Yeah. What? No. Yeah. I don't copy the text, you copy the beam. You just really copy it. But,
Okay. On the beam. Very long. And look at that.
你自己可以 copy 这边 copy 的，这边有一小碎。这个呢？这个是。已经有冰了，这个都可以。
哦，等一下，等一下，我说了，change the email。
你有时候
没有，
有啊，
Okay, ready? Have you guys managed to do it?
啊，
No? Why?
你的这边就没有，你的这边没有，你的这你就没有，有个一个你没有很多，有一个你都有，二人那里面，这里没有啊。没有啊，没有啊。
Sides, you have to do one section by another section, and then you can copy from here, then copy from here. Okay, let's move on, guys. Let's wait for 2. Please see in your model if there are any locations where you have missed out the beam. Don't let it be like that. Just add the beam. Like for example, in my case, I have not drawn the beams on this side. So in your model as well, make sure that you have drawn the beam on all the sides. Okay, see, my beams are not there on this side. So I'm going to draw that first. Okay, just finish your model with all the beams that you wish to have. Okay, so we have done the perimeter beams. Now I wish to do the beam systems. Like still some of you have questions. Okay, are you all ready? Okay, let's start, guys. Now we are going to start modeling the beam systems. Okay, so take a look what's happening first on my screen. So for those structural engineers, you would know that there is a beam, but then to support the beams, you also need beam systems, right? Let's take a look. So in my structural level 2, I'm using the beam here. Sorry, not the beam. I'm using the beam system here. And in my beam system, I need to select what size of beams do I want to be acting as supporting structures between all these different beams, between the perimeter beams that we have drawn. So for the moment, I'm going to select, maybe let's say this size, 254 by 102. And how do I want the beam systems to be automatically placed? Do I want them to be placed at a fixed distance of, let's say, 100-meter apart, 100-millimeter apart or 500-millimeter apart, or I want to let the software decide to identify the spacing between them. So if I want to let the software decide for me, I'm just going to select the maximum spacing. And when I select maximum spacing, I can give the spacing between, a proper distance between which I want the beams to appear. Then I need to select this size is there. Yeah, I need to select the tag on placement because I want my beams to be shown, the beam systems rather, to be shown when I'm creating my beams. So what I'm going to do first on this side of my model, okay, I'm going to create a beam system. And I'm going to create it. I'm going to create it in this direction. So let's say I'm creating the beam system. So whichever direction I want the supports to be, if I want the supports to be in the horizontal direction, I'll have to select this side. if I want the supports to be on this direction, I will have to select on this particular beam or wall over here. So it's represented by that pale blue line that you are seeing. Okay, so if I see pale blue line on this side, it means that I'm drawing the supports here. If I see the pale blue line, it means that I'm drawing the support. So let me just draw it something like this. And as you can see in my 3D view, the beam systems are drawn. So I can continue doing that. So if you see the distances are different, the software will automatically adjust. So if I come to this section here, for example, and I click, it will just select the spacing and draw only one beam. Same for this one, in the center of it, same for this one. As you can see, the beam systems are getting drawn on this side. Okay, will match up on all. Okay, what happened here? Okay, so all you need to do is continue drawing like that. Got it? So I'll do once again. This time you all do along with me. I'll start from this side. Very simple command. Go to structure tab. Structure tab and click on beam system. Everyone should be working on structure level 2. Okay. In your structure level 2, go to structure tab, click on beam system and come over to over this drop down. Select beam type as UB254 by 102 by 28. Beam type is 254. Correct? Found it? Okay, select that. Then in the layout rule, select maximum spacing. Drop down layout rule, maximum spacing. Okay. This layout, I mean this number, you can just enter 1828 is fine, or let it be by default also is okay. Then make sure that your tag on placement is turned on. Tag on placement. Got it? Everyone okay with the settings? Okay, right? All right, then you can come to this portion of your building in your structure level 2, by the way. Yeah. Okay, this side looks, yeah. So you can come over to this portion and find the horizontal direction and click, and your beam will start getting placed as you can see on this side. Okay, same here, click, and the beam is going to be placed, something like this, all over your level 2. Okay, so continue placing your beams systems, please. Okay, make sure all the beams are placed. Now, for some of you, annotations will be very difficult to see. So probably if you want, you can move your annotations around by just clicking on the annotation and readjusting it to a proper location. Okay, but yeah, that's how you create your beams and your beam systems. Oh yes, coming to that, you just model it first. This lift area shouldn't be like this, right? Thanks for asking. Hey, can I move on? Yes, to
some cannot.
some room cannot copy. Right?
Can do one.
Okay, let me see. Right. Why? You want me to touch your laptop? Touch your desktop and start working already. Yeah. So try one time. You try yourself. Just escape out of the command first. Yeah. Select the command again. Beam system. All okay, right? Yeah. Just check. Yeah. Maximum speed. Nine. Yeah. Okay. Select the. If this I cannot, then select this. I cannot. Something maybe there beam something. No, it's. I mean, sometimes it's has me to try the command again. Okay. I think I tried to copy, but I told you already. It's actually so you don't need. Let me know once you're done. We are waiting for you. Done, Justin? Done? No? Why?
pop up a little bit.
Okay, let's move on to the next step, guys. I think just now, what? No, you. What's your name? Sufyan. Yes, just now Sufyan asked a very good question. So as you can see, this is our lift shaft, right? And the beam is going through the lift shaft. Is it right? Is it wrong? Shouldn't be like that, right? As you can see inside my lift shaft over here, there are beams. And what we need to do now is fix it so that our beams are not going through this lift shaft. Okay, so let's see how we are going to do that. Okay, so everyone, I need you to follow along with me, please. Okay, so go to your structure tab and you all should be in level 2 structure floor plan. Okay, go to your structure tab and click on beam. Okay, structure tab, click on beam, and you can select any one of these beams, but I will just select 305 first. I'll select the beam which is 305 by 165 by 40. Okay, got it? All right, now, in order for me to provide support to these beams, I will create an additional beam from this section. I mean, this top beam over to this side, something like this. And same on the other side. Somewhere here. The center point of this one. Okay. So this is the beams that I have created. Now, if you want, you can move it, but make sure this structurally, this will be very difficult. I have a column here. There, sorry, this is what? This is my foundation, rectangular column, right? Where is this? This is at the level below, so it doesn't matter. So what I can do is I can use the arrow key and I can move it a little bit. Select the beam, use the arrow key to move it a little bit. Same for this side. This you can just let it be approximate first. Don't need to be very accurate. Okay. Right. Now, once you have drawn these beams, drawn right, these two beams, everyone. Okay. Then come to modify tab, please. Right. So what we are going to do is we are going to delete this only the internal beams which are penetrating the shaft. We are just going to delete that portion of the beam. Okay. So I'm going to use this command called split element. Under modify tab, split element is here. Got it? Under the modify tab, you got a problem. Give me a moment. Got it? He needs me, is it?
怎么样？他刚才发给意见。
你有吗？
对啊，我要先。
对，你有你想正面。
哦，这样
可以，不会啊。
哦，我还是用这个理由。他弄出歪。
用这个，select 看这个。哎，我是 select 我的讲。
All right. So we were drawing our beam to split from over here. Okay, so yeah, one thing before you do that, escape out and select this beam system, the internal one. And when you select it, you will see that there is this pin icon over here. So just click on this and make sure that it's unpinned. I do it again. So when you select the this beam system over here, this beam system, you will see that there is this pin sort of an icon. Click on that pin and it will be unpinned, something like this. Okay. The reason why it's pinned is because it's already fixed in that location. And because we are going to delete it, we will have to unpin it first. Okay. Click on this, another one, and unpin it too. Click on this beam system as well and unpin it as well. Okay. Make sure all the beams that are penetrating your shaft are unpinned. Got it so far? All right, let's move on. Okay, make sure that you are able to see the whole thing. Important. Okay, so now what I want you to do, go to Modify tab and click on this command called split element. Okay, split element. So if you look at the bottom left corner of the screen, Revit is asking select an element to split. So in this case, I want to select this beam that I'm going to split. So I'm selecting this beam first. Select an element, right? So I'm selecting the beam first. Okay, one thing, sorry, escape. So once you select it, right, you will see that the beam has been split already over here. Beam has been split already. Okay, let that be over there first. Come to the second beam. So there are two ways. One way would be I will just select it and I will just delete it and I will draw from the other side. But that will be a little longer way. I want to show you a way that is even faster. So I will do the modification on this middle beam here. So under this modify tab, this command called split element, and I will select this delete inner segment on the top. What is this? Top left. This thing called delete inner segment. Make sure there's a check mark there. Got it? Found it? Found it? Okay. Then same thing. Revit is asking select an element to split. So I'm going to select this element. This is where my element will be. And I'm going to split from here all the way, let's say, over here. And once I select, the inner segment will be deleted already. You can just be approximate first. Once you have deleted the inner segment is gone, you can just drag and drop to join the different elements like this. Yeah, you can select any. Okay, so I do it once again. Huh? So just now I selected outside the shaft, right? The concept is no matter where you select, you can drag the beam to be positioned together. So this time around, let's say I want to select inside this portion here. That's the first point. Then this is the second portion over here. Second point, right? The inner segment is gone. Once the inner segment is gone, I need to drag it back in place by selecting the beam and then selecting this bubble here and selecting the midline. And then the beam will be adjusted accordingly, as you can see over here. Got it? Got the concept? Concept you all get or not? How about two? You get the concept? Okay, Sufyan? Okay, just take a look at one more thing, guys. The one more thing, sorry, before after that you can try. So the top beam, which I split like this, right? What I can do is I can just select this beam on this whole side and I can click on this bubble here and drag it, place it on the new beam that I created. Same thing, this bubble, select and drag it, and your beams will be all proper. Got it? Okay, good.
So beam is connecting to beam.
Beam, yes, beam to beam, because you need to support the
We can deliver.
can be, because you are transferring the load from here, and then you are transferring the load to these beams. See, this one is coming to transfer the load to here. Okay, after this, you all got it? Anybody has any issues with splitting the beam? Okay, Mark. Okay, then to just finish it off, let's draw one more beam to connect it from all four sides. So I'll just select the beam, same dimension. I think 254, right? What was my beam? This beam is what? 305, huh? This one also, or this one is 254. So I'll just draw one beam here, 305, from this portion here, this one here, and here. Okay, just to close off the loop, just move it. Okay, that's about it for correcting everything as far as our shaft is concerned. Now we don't have any beam systems penetrating our what's this called, core wall or lift shaft. We have all the beams which are able to transfer the load all across it. Okay, got it? Okay, let's take a break before we move on. Guys, come back at what's 8:08. Come back at 8:25, please. 15 minutes, 10 minutes or whatever. Yeah, 8:25. Huh? Colin? So, I mean, this annotation, usually it's not supposed to be like this. So, there's a little bit of an effort required in moving these annotations appropriately, because if you give this sort of a drawing to anyone, not accept, right? Yeah, you can. So, for example, if you want to make the font smaller, double click on this, one of the icons, and once that is done, you can click on it, click on click on all the items that you see here, something like that, maybe one by one. So let's say you select beam type. For my case, I'm just selecting one of them. Then go to edit type, and I can change the text size, tab size, and all those things from over here. and reduce the reduce the dimension. Let's say I change it to just 0.5. Okay, it will be too small already. So need to be a little careful on the dimension that we are selecting. Anyways, this one is just for your info. Okay, I'm not going to load it. I'm just going to close. Sorry. No, you. What I'm trying to say is you can change if you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not fixed. Like this dimension is not fixed. So if you want to change, you can double click on it and then do all those steps to do the. Okay. Let me just do one of them. So I'll just select this and I'm changing this one from 3 to let's say 1. Okay, apply, okay. Then load into project and close. Do you want to save changes? I'll say no first. Override the existing version, and as you can see, the dimension has gone a little smaller. Okay. This is a little okay, little better. Yeah, same thing I can do for this. Edit type, change this one to 1. Apply, okay. Yep, both are changed. Load into project, no, don't save, override existing version, and the dimensions have gone smaller.
Also set.
But you still need to move a little bit around. Yeah. Okay, all in. Right. Let's move on. So how many floors do we have in our model? 5. We all want to draw the beams and everything, beam systems one by one for all the floors, or you want to draw faster?
Oh, faster.
Okay. Yeah. So let's do shortcuts. So in your structural level 2, okay, so what you need to do is just make sure that everything on your structure level 2 you can see. So you can zoom out a little bit like that. And use your left mouse click from one side of the screen, select on the other side. Okay, everything will be selected. Okay, again, just from left or right, whatever side, just select everything in your model, in your floor plan, sorry. Selected. Please select everything in your structure level 2. Then once it is selected, you will see that there is this command called filter. Found it? Click on filter, please. Right. So when you click on filter, in this dialog box, you will see that everything that you have modeled so far is available. Okay. But what we are going to, our objective next is to just copy the beam and the beam systems that we have created on our level 2 to the rest of the levels. Just the beam and the beam systems. Okay. So I'm just going to click on check none and go around selecting only the beam systems, structural framing, primary, secondary, and tertiary if you have as well. Just these 3 or 4 items. Select your structural framing, the different types of structural framings that you have, and select the beam systems. Select the structural framing and the beam systems. Huh? Not tags. Tags, we are not copying tags. Tags are those UBS 354 and all that. Tags you can if you want, but for the moment don't copy tags. Just select structural beam systems and the different types of structural framing. For my case, I have tertiary as well. For most of you, you will have only primary and secondary structural framing. Okay. So structural beam systems and all the different types of structural framing. Selected, check mark. The rest, there should not be any check mark. Got it? Okay, so far, everyone? All right. Then I will click on apply and okay. So as you can see, don't click anything up for the moment. As you can see, only my structural framing and my beam systems are selected. Now, without clicking anywhere else on the screen, I want you to go to this command called copy to clipboard. Found it? Copy to clipboard, found them. Yes, right.
So theory data.
Structural? Yeah, tertiary. All structural framing. Except for the tags. Okay, got it? Okay, so I want you to click on copy to clipboard. Click on it. One click only. Got it? There is this command called copy to clipboard. Just one click. All right, so far? Okay. Just next to it on the left-hand side, there is this command called paste. Click on the drop down. Don't click on top, just click on the drop down here. Got it? Everyone here so far? All right. Then click on aligned to selected levels. Yes, after you click on copy here, click on the drop down of the paste. Got it? Then wait, then just wait. Okay, everyone able to find align to selected levels here? Okay, then click on align to selected levels. And this dialog box should appear on your screen. Anyone doesn't have this dialog box? Anyone? Okay, I'm assuming everyone has it. Okay, so just now, where did we draw our beams and beam system? Which level? Level 2, okay? So now we want to draw on the levels above that. Okay, so let's select level 3. Hold the control button on your keyboard and select level 4 and structural level 5. So these are the few levels that we have and the roof as well. Okay, 3, 4, 5 and roof. Level 1, as you can imagine, level 1 is where all the foundations and everything was. So level 2 is where our first floor is, right? Then above that, level 3, level 4, level 5, and then the roof. Got it? So once you do that, everyone selected it, right? Then click on OK. Then wait for some time, it will process it and your beams and beam system. So you can see how much it has processed already. Yeah. So your beams and beam systems will all be copied from what you did on your level 1 and your entire floors. All your floors will have the thing already. Everyone able to get it?
But I don't get the warning.
Say again?
Get the warning.
Warning. Wait, what's the warning?
They are integrated
Ah, yes. I think somehow, somewhere, there's a duplicate. Somewhere. Yeah.
Not able to check.
No, you can, but don't worry about it for now. We move on first. I think your duplicates are not that big a deal. Yeah. So we can eliminate that later on. Okay. Yeah. Assigned to your B manager. Who's which company? Oh yeah, man, Zaulina. Of course, I know him. Okay, come. Next is what are we supposed to do? Let's see. What did we have? Okay, so our beams and all this is done already. Perimeter beams are all the outside beams, and beam systems are everything inside. Huh? Roof as well. Because we want to have a slab on the topmost floor also. Okay, let's start drawing our slabs. Okay. Concrete floor and modifying the slabs. I think we will do just these two commands first today. Maybe reinforcement we do next class. Okay. Everyone ready? Anybody still practicing? No. Okay, just everyone go and check your 3D model. It looks like this or not? Please, everyone, check your 3D model. Anyone whose 3D model doesn't have all this, let me know. Okay, so let's do the slabs now. We have so far finished, so far we have done all this. Next, we will add those floors and we will do some modifications in the slabs. All right, so as you can see, the bottom is see-through also. Okay, so let's go to structural level 1. I will close my level 2. I'm done with level 2. I'm just going to work on my structural level 1 first. Got it? Structural level 1. Okay, so my suggestion would be, I think this one is an optional step, but my suggestion would be to change the view templates for this one as well. So to change the view templates from structural level 1, you can go to this view template in your properties browser dialog box, and view template can be found inside properties dialog box all the way towards the bottom. Found it? So in your structural level 1,
The final form.
properties are. Okay, so you do just for everyone's info. So if let's say you have accidentally closed your properties dialog box, okay, so I've closed for mine as well. So what I can do to open it back again is go to view tab. You follow? View tab, and then all the way to the end there is this user interface. Click on the drop down. Found it? And then click on properties. Should reappear back. Got it? Okay. Then structural level 1, go all the way to the bottom in your properties dialog box, and in the view template, same as before, click on this coordination view and select none. Got it? All okay? Everyone okay? coordination. Okay, so why we are changing, right, is because sometimes, not sometimes, when we have selected a particular type of template and made it as like compulsory for all the levels, we may not be able to select some of these criterias. So if I want to select my wireframe view, just now what we did in level 2, and or choose hidden line view, these kind of things are hidden. So to make sure that we have better visibility of our floor plan, we probably need to change it back to plan so that we are able to select everything. So if I click on apply, click on OK, now I'm able to select everything. Okay, so that's the purpose. Because just now we were having a little bit of an issue in selecting those items like beams and all, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's where we are. So now we are drawing the slab. So what type of a slab are we drawing? Let's see. Go to your structure tab. And find this item called floor structural. Everyone found it? Floor structural, got it? Okay. Click on this one, click on floor structural. So by default, you will have this generic 300 mm. So remember, I think few classes ago, in the first class itself, I think, we were able to modify certain properties of a particular building object. So let's do some modifications over here as well. 300 mm generic, usually contractor, what's the slab thickness? Huh? 150 to 200, right? So let's modify that. 300 is a little bit too much, right? So what we can do to modify that is click on edit type. Over here is edit type. Okay. Got it? Edit type. Then in the structure over here, but okay, before that, let's duplicate it because we are creating a new floor, right? So click on duplicate here and let's call it, I think he mentioned just now 150. So let's change the name to generic 150 mm. So after you click on duplicate, change the name to generic 150 mm. Done, everyone? Then click on OK. Now your name has changed, but nothing else. So now we need to change the actual structure. Got it? Yeah. Second, properties dialog box. Okay, she's coming. So everyone managed to duplicate, right? You guys, okay?
Change to 150.
Yeah, thickness, let's change to 150, but we haven't finished yet. We have only changed the name. Now we need to change the structure. Okay, so let's change the structure now. So click on edit. And over here in thickness, change to 150. Just now I clicked on structure, right? Change to 150. Managed to do that? Don't click OK yet. Let's change the material as well. So next to this under material column, you will see that there is by category over here mentioned something like this. Let me click again. You'll see that there's by category over here. When you click in this box, right, you will see that there is this 3-dot gray color square that appears. Found it? Just click on that square and let's select a material. Going to select concrete cast in place gray. Okay, gray color concrete cast in place. Everyone managed to find concrete cast in place gray? One of the ways to test you in your common test or your final test or your assignment would be to do some of these kind of modifications. Okay, just little bit modifications. Of course, in your final test or common test, we are not going to allow, have you build an entire model. That could be very long. So some of these simple concepts you'll have to remember, and then probably you'll be graded on that. Okay. All right. So concrete cast in place gray. Click on OK. Then click on OK. So now you can see that the default thickness is 150 and your material is cast in place gray. Okay. Click on apply and then say OK. Done so far? Yeah. Because we are in this command where we are going to draw the slab. So don't click anything, just hover your mouse over any of these elements. You will be only able to model the slabs. Yeah. Okay, ready? Ready? All right. So let's select this command called pick lines. Manage to find? Click on it, pick lines. Okay. Now come to the outer portion of this side of the building. And you will see that it will be highlighted. Sorry, yes, somebody saying something? Huh? Yeah, edge of the outer side of this portion of the building. Okay, just one click here. Okay, then come to this side by zooming in, zooming out, and one click on this side of the building, outer edge. Then find this outer edge here, one click. Find the outer edge this side, one click. All around your building. Okay, get the idea? And make sure that you have managed to close the loop. Means there is no break between the lines. Break between all these pink lines. So it should start from here, all the lines covered on all the sides, and it's closed. Okay, got it so far? All right. So in my 3D view, just observe there is no floor for the moment. But when I click on this finish edit mode, here, check mark, green check mark. Okay, this dialog box will come. You just need to say attach. Okay, and as you can see, a floor is drawn over here. So for everyone, you should have a floor. Have it? Anybody missed out? All okay, guys and girls? Okay, everyone managed to get the floor? Okay. So it doesn't look too good because There's an analytical model also being modeled at the same time. So what I need you to do, go to your 3D view. Just see that you have your model, your floor inside your 3D view also. Go to your 3D view, and under the visibility graphics override, click on this. In the visibility graphics override will be found inside your properties dialog box of your 3D view. Got it? Click on the visibility graphics override and go to analytical models over here. This particular tab, analytical models, categories. Found it? Huh? Yeah, so inside your 3D view, go to your visibility graphics override and find this particular tab, which is about analytical model categories. Found it? Okay. What I want you all to do is click on all, everything will be selected, and just unselect everything by clicking anywhere, one of these checkboxes. Then click on apply and click on OK. So now your model looks relatively easier to see. Previously, it looked like there are two models overlapping one on top of the other. Did everyone manage to get this? Let's wait for some of them. Yeah, select 3D view and then just see what's it's showing. Yeah, default 3D view, this one. Okay, ready? Let's move on to the next. So what we want to do is, let's do some decking on top of our floor that we have created. Okay. So inside same structure level 1, because now you have the slab, we want to do some sort of a deck on top of it. Let's say we are calling this an industrial building. Okay. So same thing, under your structural level 1, structure tab, floor, click on structural floor, and let's create a metal deck on top of our floor that we have created. Metal, yeah. Let's select 160 mm concrete with 50 mm metal deck. This one. 160 mm concrete with 50 Found it? Got it right? Okay. Let's change some of the properties for this one as well. So same thing. By now, I guess you all should be familiar how to change properties. So you just need to click on edit type. Okay. Click on edit. And let's change the thickness a little bit. Let's see what is the thickness that I have. Okay, click on this metal deck. Sorry. Deck profile. Okay, one by one. Let's change the material first. So your first structure, concrete, this 35 MPa megapascal. Let's change this one to concrete cast in place grade, so that all our materials are consistent. Okay, I'll do it again. So we have this right, the structure one, which is our concrete. By default, it will be concrete cast in place 35 MPa. So same as before, click on this square and change this material to cast in place grade. Manage to find? Got it? Then click on OK. So the material will be cast in place grade. Yeah. Found it? Got it too? Okay. Then let's move on to a little bit more modification. Sorry? No, don't click OK. Yeah. Don't click OK first. Let's change the thickness of this. Let's call this slab as, give the thickness of this slab as, let's say 175. Okay. Once that is done, then you click on OK. By the way, just for your info, you can change the deck profile as well, as in like if I change something like that, so my deck profile will be modified accordingly, but I'm just going to leave it as default 50 by 150. Okay, that was for your info. Yep, you need to. I forgot, but please do that. Good, you all are still awake. I think it's fine. You can just carry on. Very good point. Okay, let's click on OK now. So as you can see, the thickness is 175 now. Okay, and click on apply. Say, sorry? Actually, ideal practice is to change, but because I forgot, but you all get the concept already, right? Yeah, just need to make sure. So any, what do you call it? Any modifications you make in your BIM objects, it's always a good practice to duplicate first. Okay.
Base, trying to select the level for an object. And then edit. Select the as well.
Okay. So everyone click on your OK edit type, right? Now our floor is, yeah, we want to create that decking from for these few levels. Okay. So I would need you all to go to your structural level 2. Okay, everyone in structural level 2. Okay, let's, sorry, structural level 2, please. Okay, then in structural level 2, so what we are doing, right, we are creating a decking for all these floors over here, right, over here. The first floor here, we have created the slab already. The rest of the floors, we are going to create a metal deck, floor with metal deck. So we have created our beams on all the floors here on from level 2 to the roof. So let's select pick supports because we want our metal deck to sit nicely on where? On the beam. Okay, so click on pick supports. And when you go to this side, center of this this portion here, you will see before, if you are not sure what you are clicking, don't click, just hover your mouse first. So I've not clicked, I'm seeing that when I hover my mouse, it's showing that it is structural framing, which is the beam, right? The UV universal beam. Now that I'm sure that I am selecting the beam, I'll click on it one time. And again, click here one time. And because we have so many beams around, we will have to click on all the beams, find, yeah, where we are going to let our slabs, I mean our metal deck, sit on top of the beam. Okay, carry on clicking all around the beam, I mean all around your floor. Yes, the perimeter beams. Done. Got it. Starts from here for me again. Okay, never mind. Got it, everyone? All right, let's click on check mark here. Save the project if it asks you to do that. Yep, I need that. And attach it. Okay. It will give an error message because there was an error at my end. What do you think? No, it did capture it. As you can see, the floor. Yeah, so later we will create a hole there very fast. Yes. Click on check mark. There will be a check mark on top of it. Yeah, somewhere on the top. Green tick. Yeah, finish. Done? No?
I repeat one more time.
Okay, come. Here, everyone okay here so far?
So far, it's all okay. This one, the pink color is select pick up line.
Pickup line? What pickup line you want?
The font tree line.
This pick supports. Pickup line, yes. Attach, yes.
Font tree line and the pick support.
Pick support, this one. Select the pick supports first and then click all around your, only on top of the beams, all around your perimeter.
Can you show the key?
Got it? Yes. Want me to come up?
That's why I also cannot.
Okay, yes. Oh, okay, that has happened. Okay, can you guess why that has happened? No, don't delete first. Tell me why.
Of the line, not for that, not for the other line.
So that's why you should click on fix support. And once you click on fix support, because your lines have overlap. One line on top of the other. Okay, so you need to draw. So this is Just select the beam. Don't select outer line. Yes, beam. That's beam. Yes. So for you to scroll out, right? You see my hand? So I scroll out like this. Then I use see my hand, touching my hand. Scroll out like this. Then I press the middle button. I move up. Then I scroll up. I scroll again. Then I move. Try this out. Hmm? Yeah, then you just click on OK. Check mark. Yeah, finish.
The highlighter for
Yes, attach. Yeah, okay, just say okay. Okay. All right, now can I move on? Guys, let's finish some more things. Okay, so we have a flow here already. So can you go to your 3D view, please, everyone? And select not your floor generic 150. Select your other floor. It's a bit challenging, but you should be able to do it. Select your floor 160, just now the one that you draw. 160 concrete with 50 metal deck. Select that floor. Manage to select? Huh? Yep. So you need to do a little bit of a adjustment on your mouse here. So you see, as I move here, no. As I move, so if I select, guys, hello, just take a look. I am asking you to select your 160 metal deck floor that you have just created. So in order for you to do that, remember just now, I said that if you are not sure which element you are selecting, just hover your mouse on top of it. So just zoom in to this location here, where you have drawn your floors. Okay. And once your 160 concrete is highlighted, click. Yes, got it?
And then below that is your property where you draw all your my copy and work better. These kind of things. Yeah, the top of footing is below where you draw your the footing is where you start your top of foundation and all.
Okay. Can you guys, let's just finish with this very quickly. Okay. Just tell me, now you all need to tell me, how do I copy this 160 metal deck floor to the rest of the store levels? What should I do? I have selected my 160 floor. Now what should I do? Copy from here, right? Okay. Copy. Then next, paste. Paste drop down. Select what? Align to selected levels. Sure. Okay, good. Right. Then next, what level should I select?
3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, and 2. 3, 4, 5.
2 just now, you draw right. 3, 4, 5, and then what should I do? Okay. Is it okay? Should I select roof or not select roof? Why? Okay, you draw different material. Show me. You better draw and show me. Okay, so I'll just select all this and click on OK. Then all the floors should come up something like this. Is everyone okay with it? Oh, we draw the shaft already below before last time. Hey, you all remember? Shaft opening. Oh yeah, we draw the shaft opening X, right? Oh yeah. That's why it's you can see the hole here. Yeah. Okay, good. So our slab is not interfering with the thing. Huh? It's this slab. This one. Yes, correct. He's right. Yeah. Actually, ideally, I should not have drawn on level 2. I should have drawn from level 3 onwards. Because level 2, I already have the generic one, right? Level 1. Oh, so select that and change to level 2. I do that again, huh? Wait, hold on. Highlighted walls are attached. Highlighted. Okay, so Control Z. I will do it again. See what has happened. So you don't see level 2 here, right? So select the 160
Yeah.
concrete with this metal deck. Select it. Select it. Everyone managed to select, right? So one interesting thing, take a look at the constraints in your properties dialog box over here. What's the level stating? Shall I change it to what? Level 2. So if I do that and click on apply, it will ask you to do this. Just say OK. And your level will move up. Got it? First concrete generic one is this level, this level 1, structural level 1. Level 2 has the 160 decking thing. This one, level 2 has this particular floor, which is the 160 concrete with metal deck. Level 2, 3, 4, and roof has all that. Okay. And now, if let's say you all want to change one of the levels, you can just click on that thing and expand a bit. Let's say you want to change the roof, right? So what I've done is I've just clicked on the roof. This one, roof, roof slab, or roof floor, whatever it is. Then I want to change the roof to a different material. You can either choose it from here. Let's say you want to change your roof to what? What does Sufyan want? Timber, metal roof. Metal roof. Waterproofing. Wood. Okay, so once you do that, you can change the roof and the wood will appear like that. Okay, up to you. I may or may not ask you to show me how to change, may or may not, during your exam. Okay, that's what I think we can cover for today. Any questions? For now, you can let it be as concrete cast in place gray. Later on, we will change the roof and all those things when we finish our model. Come close to finishing our model. Still some time to go. But for your practice, you can continue to practice. Okay? Any questions? All right, guys. Have a good rest. That's what we have for today. See you next week. Good night. Don't forget to save your models first. Please save your models and take it with you. I'm going to save it as what? Yeah, for my case, right? Whatever I create, I just save as a project and I give it that week. So today is week 4. 4, right? Yeah. So I just save it as a new file so that I can understand where I finished last week. Okay, so week 4 is here. All right, thank you. Yeah, that's all. Oh, wait. Attendance, right? Hold on. Just a quick second. Sorry. Oh, Bong. Sorry, I call you Bong, right? Or
Okay.
no. Tell me what should I call you? Bong. Okay. All right. Chen Rocky Bull. Stella is here. Mark is here. Amanda. You were not here last and the last to that, right? Okay. I hope you can catch up. Uh, Kekshin. Yes. Correct? Kekshin. Not Hannah. Need to tell me what it is. Justin is here. Asli. Ian. Manohar. Shane is here. Yang. This one is who? Two. Oh, two. Okay. Dean. All right, guys. Thank you. See you next week. Bye bye.
Common test for go.
Yep.